number. There's a description, and over here is the base price. Now, I put a multiplier of 0.5 in there, which is typical contractor price, and here's your extended price. And if I decide to do the same thing, let's say with a core, let's say 480 volt, 30 horse. One. There's the part number. As you can see, there's a considerable difference in the price. So that's how you use the tool, and when you're done with that, you can save it, and you have a product schedule here. It shows you what you put down. You can put a submittal header up here as far as the information about the job, and you can actually print it out and hand it to someone. You can use this for ordering. You just send that to Jackson Control and order the stuff for you right off this list, or you just make the parts list. Here are the part numbers. There used to be a day when Honeywell part numbers made sense. R was relay, M was motor, T was thermostat. The days are gone. What does HVFD mean? You know, luckily we have HVFD, NXS. We're using more and more of the numbers of the manufacturers and products that we don't make ourselves. So we'll be able to find that. Any questions on this tool?
Was that the only option on your pull down for the core? I noticed that
there is a core with a bypass.
No, I meant where was that? I guess your enclosure.
It's only one.
If I can do on the core with a bypass, and that will give me a little more enclosure choices. I have a 10 horsepower here. Enclosures will only be NEMA 1, but I have more options here. A 3-contactor bypass. That's it. I don't have a fuse disconnect or anything like that as an option on its own. I have that with the smart drive.
I just meant about the enclosure though. So if you had a factory situation with a lot of dirt and dust, you'd have to go to
The smart drive.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We use a distributor to make our bypasses for us. There's a company, I think down in Phoenix, that makes our bypasses. We just skip the drive down to them and they put them together for us. So if we need something custom, yeah, they'll do it, but it's time consuming to get them to change from their plans. For instance, I can take the same plan I have on a smart drive and put a core in it. Yeah, that's possible, sure it is. But we don't normally do that. There was a time when we tried to have the bypasses separate. So you just put a drive on it and hook it up. That didn't go over. All the bypasses, if you ever looked at one, it's just a bunch of contactors and a switch. There are people who make their own. The thing is, this shop happens to be a UL shop. So it is UL approved and has a sticker on it or anything else that they make it. That's one tool. Any other questions? This is the greatest tool. It saves a huge amount of time. And another great tool is having someone else use the tool. It's called the takeoff service. And some of you guys are using it pretty regular basis. I know you do here. What happened there? Oh, I minimized. What the takeoff service is it allows you to take your job specifications, the drawings, or whatever you have, and send it to our tech in Minneapolis, and have them put together a parts list, give you the submittals. If you need dampers, special dampers or anything, they can put it together for you, give you what you need and give you a price. I've had one case where they needed a damper, they had a little lip on the side to put the motor on or whatever. No problem, they'll custom make that, very low cost. And they can ship fairly quickly. Contractors and distributors are allowed to use the service. Looks like I am too. They will put the schedule together, give you the list. They'll look at the drawings and they can do that. They'll tag them if you want. They can do cross references. They can do partial schedule. They'll do anything you needed for a job for a list of parts. I've had guys call them from the drives. They'll send them a list. I need 10 drives. I have to bypass them on these 3, and these 4 don't. These are 240. These are 480. Can give you a list. They'll give them a list, price, spec sheets, the whole list. The prices they give you will be list price, so you have to use your discount with that. There's a submittal form that you can send in and email it to, and that form I believe is on your CD, or you can download it from the website. It's takeoff.service@honeywell.com. And I wish I had one of their things. You guys get them all the time. I get copied on whenever a takeoff service sends something. And it's neat. It gives you the whole parts list, breakdown, spec sheets, and if it's a special custom damper they put together, they'll give you the spec on the damper and all that stuff, all custom. It's 24/7. It goes to Minneapolis. There's a guy there during the day. At night it goes to India. And the guy in the morning, the guy in Minneapolis looks over the ones that came from India to make sure they're right. He's kind of a perfectionist. And I've had him make a couple mistakes. We've covered him on them. But he's pretty good. Does a lot of these. And once they receive the transmission, your specs or your fax or whatever you send them, they'll start to work. And usually it's 24 hours. In fact, I've had some quicker than just a couple hours. You know, it's something like, here's a list of VFDs I need. He'll turn that around pretty quick. And it's a toll-free number. Tools loaded on my computer. The fast track tool actually loads to your computer. So if I can find it on my screen here. Is it something that says fast track? What happens is when you plug into a projector, your whole screen gets scrambled and everything's moved around. Somewhere. Anyone see fast track up here? Loaded it yesterday.
Go back to your program files where you were just at. Were you looking in your Honeywell folder?
Yeah.
Go back to that, right above that's a folder called Fast Track.
Oh, okay. Here it is. Thank you.